Well, AI is showing up in all of our TPRM conversations right now, and it's showing up in two very different ways. One is how to control and how to measure how vendors are using AI within their environments. And the second is how can we proactively use AI to help us in our security assessment technology. First, I want to talk about how vendors are using AI and the risks that can pose and how to mitigate those risks. Because of the exploding use of generative AI, this is a risk area that you need to assess, along with every other third-party risk that you're already assessing. You need to ask your vendors what data are they using to train their models, and how are those models being used. You need to ask what the retention policy is on prompts and other uses. You need to ask, are subprocessors also using that AI, and how are they governed? Your vendors should have a published policy and a code of ethics. At Perimeter, we help our customers not just assess for third-party cyber risk. We have a very comprehensive set of assessments built around AI risk. We have available a NIST-based AI assessment, a SIG-based AI assessment, and an AI assessment that we have put together using the best practices of all of our customers across various different industry segments. It is now a critical and necessary component to assess your vendors for all of their AI applications that may have an impact on your organization. Shadow AI is the new blind spot, and at Perimeter, we help you manage that. In fact, 72% of the S&P 500 now recognize AI as a formal enterprise risk. According to FINRA's 2026 guidance, much of this risk falls on your organization, including hallucination risk, model misuse, and even metadata leakage. This is true even if your vendors are the ones that are using these tools. As a result, if you're not doing a comprehensive assessment of the AI use of your vendors, you need to start, and we can help. The second component of generative AI is a little more positive. It's how can these AI applications help organizations manage the crush of assessments and information requests that they're now receiving. At Perimeter, we use AI to help in a number of ways, primarily to try to mitigate vendor fatigue. What we can do is we can extract information from published policy documents and use that data to populate questions in an assessment. What this does is avoids the risk of human error and inconsistencies between what organizations have approved in their published policy documents like SOC 2 and what someone might be responding to in a security assessment. We also use AI to auto-flag and look for any inconsistencies between the data sets that we analyze, which includes assessment data, attack surface data, and the policy documents that I just mentioned. Legacy platforms obviously don't do that. They're still stuck in manual mode where someone has to review the assessments, someone has to physically review the policy documents. AI can help with that task. This allows you to get the critical information from the assessment data and the policy documents almost as quickly as you can getting the data from reviewing their attack surfaces. Your teams don't need to be burned out. The tools are there to help them be more efficient and more effective so that you can use those same resources to redeploy to other security areas within your organization. That's our role, to increase security, increase efficiency, and allow your team to do more with less.